Let's get started with our first news. Tom Aspinall is not happy with Dana White's comments. The big question on everyone's mind is about the rematch. Well, Aspinall is also reporting that he hasn't trained a single day since the fight due to doctor's orders. There's even a possibility he may require surgery. On Instagram, Aspinall shared his medical report showing exactly what he's dealing with after the eye pokes. Some of the issues include confirmed orbital soft tissue trauma, bilateral traumatic Brown syndrome, a rare eye condition that impacts upward eye movement in both eyes, double vision, peripheral visual field impairment, and possibly a minimally displaced fracture of the right medial orbital wall. So unless all the doctors are part of some huge conspiracy, it's clear Aspinall was not faking his injury at UFC 321. In addition, Aspinall posted a comment on Instagram thanking fans for all the love, support, and memes, while calling out the big cheater and promising revenge. Recently, his camp released videos where he was asked to respond to what Dana White said immediately after UFC 321. Aspinall explained, "I didn't continue. I'll tell you why. I'm not a dummy. I'm not going to fight one of the best strikers in the world if I can't see with double vision in any eye when it's a foul. Why would I risk my health when I can't see at all?" Unsurprisingly, the MMA community wasn't exactly happy with Aspinall releasing his medical records and speaking out about the eye poke. Critics claimed he took a month to get the records because he needed to see multiple doctors. But some also pointed out that Gann actually fractured his orbital bone with one of the strikes he landed. The discussion has been intense, with fans debating both the severity of the injury and the fairness of Dana White's comments. Aspinall has made it clear he is focused on recovery and not backing down, showing that his priority is health over hype, and he's holding firm on standing up against what he calls a cheat. This situation has stirred up massive conversation online, with everyone weighing in on the fight, the eye poke, and what comes next for Tom Aspinall. Move on to another news. Max Holloway isn't so sure if he even wants to fight on the White House card. Max's next fight is not yet official, but rumors have been circulating that he might be defending the BMF belt against Charles Oliveira at UFC 324. Max shared his thoughts, saying, "We'll see what happens with the Conor thing with John Jones coming back. I think the card ID is cool, but there's no American champion. The only American champion there is the BMF title. So, you're looking at the man. So am I going to be at the card? I like my odds of being on it, but I don't know too much about really wanting to be on it, because I heard that's only going to have like 5,000 people on the lawn, and then across the street they're going to have like 80,000 people at screens watching and stuff, which is cool. But the 5,000 people, I don't know if my family would be able to have seats there. So at the end of the day, it kind of sucks not having family members there, especially when I worked my way up so high in the UFC. I'm so used to having them really close, ringside and stuff, and them just being there." Max went on to explain that for him, fighting is not just about stepping into the octagon, but also about sharing the experience with his loved ones. He's built his career around having his family close, supporting him, cheering him on, and being a part of the journey every step of the way. The idea of fighting in front of a small crowd, even with tens of thousands watching on screens, feels different, almost impersonal to someone who's used to the intimate energy of ringside spectators. Although the opportunity to defend a prestigious belt like the BMF title is significant, Max is weighing the emotional aspect of the fight more than the fame or the spectacle. It's clear that for him, the connection with his family and the personal experience of being ringside is just as important as the competition itself. Max is navigating the balance between legacy, fan expectations, and personal priorities, showing that even the biggest stars in the UFC have to consider more than just what's on paper when deciding their next fight. At the end of the day, Holloway remains focused on staying ready, weighing his options carefully, and making the choice that aligns with both his career goals and his personal values. This decision highlights the human side of a champion, reminding fans that beyond the belts, the titles, and the spectacle, family and personal connection still play a massive role in a fighter's life. Move on to another news. Merab Dvalishvili is talking about moving up to featherweight and what the future might hold for him. He shared that when the time is right, he will make the move without any problem. Right now, however, his focus is fully on his current weight class, especially with his upcoming fight against Pereira. Merab is aiming to fight in March, and he's ready to face whoever is prepared for that date. He also expressed hope of being part of the White House fight, showing that he's keeping his options open while remaining committed to his current path. Merab emphasized that after his immediate plans, he will evaluate the 145 division and see what opportunities arise. If UFC asks him to move up, he is willing to do it, but he's clear that he has a huge amount of respect for Volkanovski. He acknowledged that Volkanovski is a tough top challenge, not just as a fighter, but as a person and as a father. This respect shows the professionalism and mindset Merab brings to the sport, balancing ambition with genuine appreciation for the competition. Right now, Merab's priority is focusing on his weight loss and preparation for his current fight. He doesn't want to get too far ahead, knowing that MMA is a fight business where timing and focus are everything. He made it clear that while moving to featherweight is on the horizon, it's not something he's rushing into. His approach is patient and strategic, ensuring that every step he takes aligns with both his career goals and his physical readiness. Merab's comments highlight the mentality of a fighter who is driven, disciplined, and respectful of the sport and his opponents. He balances ambition with a grounded perspective, keeping his focus on the present while remaining open to future opportunities. His approach demonstrates the care and thoughtfulness that go into every decision a fighter makes, from timing fights to managing weight and choosing opponents. At the end of the day, Merab Dvalishvili continues to build his legacy, one fight at a time, staying fully committed to his current division while keeping an eye on the potential to move up when the moment is right. His respect for competitors, dedication to preparation, and strategic mindset make it clear that he's not just chasing opportunities, but earning them with patience, skill, and focus. Move on to another news. Joe Rogan has reacted to Khamzat Chimaev's recent leak about his habits and discipline. Michael Bisping dropped some insider info, revealing that Khamzat has a sweet tooth and struggles with discipline during camp. According to Bisping, people close to Khamzat literally have to police him because he sneaks candy bars even with a big fight approaching. They would open his drawer and find 20 of them, remind him he has a massive fight in 2 weeks, and Khamzat would just laugh it off. Despite all of this, he still went out there and won UFC gold, going 5 rounds with Duplessis. That performance sparked a debate in the MMA world. Many fans and analysts argued that the fight didn't fully answer questions about Khamzat's gas tank. Duplessis spent most of the fight on his back, never forcing Khamzat into a brutal pace, so people are still wondering if Khamzat's discipline will hold up now that he's the champion. When asked about it, Khamzat brushed everything off, saying he doesn't care about gossip or what others think. Now Joe Rogan has weighed in. On a recent episode of his podcast, Rogan discussed Khamzat's discipline, his wild lifestyle, and whether these habits can survive with every contender coming after him. Rogan said, "I'm such a freak, man. He just needs to be a little bit more disciplined, bro. Bro, discipline is art. Yeah, I think it is because it's beautiful for me to see someone who's truly disciplined, someone like a David Gogan who maximizes the grind. There's an art to that." Rogan went on to explain that claims of not caring about what others think are mostly nonsense. People say that because they absolutely care what others think, and it bothers them. They claim they don't give a wah, but that's almost entirely nonsense. You do care in both ways. You care if people are critical, you care if people are positive, and you also care if people are living positive lives and motivating you. That's a big one. People are fuel. Other people inspire you, push you, and keep you going. It's one of the reasons I love talking to people. It's one of the reasons I do podcasts. Khamzat's journey shows that even elite athletes with natural talent have to balance lifestyle, discipline, and focus to stay on top. Rogan's insight highlights that while Khamzat's skills are undeniable, the real test lies in maintaining discipline, surrounding himself with the right energy, and continuing to maximize his potential in and out of the octagon. His wild habits might be entertaining, but the road to staying champion demands consistency, focus, and the ability to turn discipline into an art. Move on to another news. Sean Brady has made it clear that he believes Kamaru Usman is the least deserving contender for a title shot. Speaking on the Brady Bag show, Brady weighed in on who should get the next opportunity and called BS on the idea of Usman being in the mix. He pointed out that both Islam and Usman share the same manager and seem to be pushing for the matchup. Brady was firm in his opinion, saying, "For me, when I look at it, there's no way Usman gets in next. First of all, the least deserving is Kamaru Usman, brother. I don't know how they're fine-angling this, trying to push him into the cahoots between him and Islam. Mutual friendship, same manager, I understand what they're trying to do, but that's..." Brady went on to highlight who he thinks is truly deserving. He acknowledged that Usman beat him, but emphasized that Michael Morales, who defeated him at UFC 322, is the most deserving contender. Morales is undefeated, 19-0, just beat me. I was the #1 contender, and he beats me. Number 2, I think, would be Protest. He deserves it more. Shavkat doesn't deserve a title shot. He's got to get back in the race. Everyone else has to be in the race, and he's just sitting on the sidelines, Brady explained, clearly showing his frustration with the current matchmaking. He also broke down how the rankings might shift after upcoming fights. Brady believes that beating someone doesn't automatically give you their spot in the rankings. Morales was number 3, and I think they'll bump him to number 2. Ian will probably move to 3 or 4 somewhere in there. You don't exactly take the person's spot when you beat them. It doesn't always work like that, Brady noted. Sean Brady's comments reflect a strong stance on meritocracy and fairness in the title shot discussion. He is calling out what he sees as favoritism and managerial influence while highlighting fighters who have earned their opportunities through performance and consistency. Morales, being undefeated and having just defeated Brady, stands out as the most logical choice for a title shot. Brady's perspective emphasizes the importance of staying active, earning rankings through victories, and maintaining integrity in the matchmaking process. This conversation adds fuel to the ongoing debate in the MMA community, questioning whether titles and shots are being pushed for political or personal reasons rather than being earned in the octagon. Brady's outspoken stance underlines his commitment to fairness and the respect he has for fighters who prove themselves through results. Move on to another news. Alex Pereira is facing backlash after a sparring session went viral for all the wrong reasons. On Saturday, Pereira got some intense rounds in during training, but a clip surfaced on social media showing him brutally knocking out a sparring partner. In the video, Pereira landed several heavy shots before finishing with his trademark left hook to the chin, sending his partner crashing to the mat. The clip quickly ignited debate among fight fans. Many were unimpressed by the footage, criticizing Pereira for going too hard on a defenseless training partner. One fan wrote, "Knocking out your sparring partner is trashy. Recording and posting it is scumbag behavior. I love Alex, but posting this and people are complaining about Strickland hurting sparring partners." Another fan added, "Alex, no. KOing sparring partners and posting it is trashy and scummy. You're better than that. Is that even sparring anymore? Why is Alex doing this?" The backlash highlighted concerns about safety, respect, and the culture of sparring in MMA gyms, especially when footage is shared publicly. Pereira also sparred with 6'7" heavyweight Robas Despa, and the two were seen trading big shots, showing that Pereira's intensity in the gym extends beyond just one partner. While sparring with high-level heavyweights can prepare a fighter for elite competition, the viral knockout raised questions about the balance between hard training and respect for training partners. Fans argued that going too far in sparring, especially when posting clips online, can set a poor example for younger fighters and the MMA community at large. Despite the criticism, Pereira's performance in the gym demonstrated why he's considered one of the most dangerous strikers in combat sports. His timing, power, and precision in landing finishing shots are unmatched, even in training. However, the decision to post the knockout online shifted the conversation from skill to sportsmanship, prompting heated debate on social media about ethics, control, and responsibility in sparring. This incident serves as a reminder that even elite athletes with incredible talent need to balance intensity with safety and professionalism. While fans and fellow fighters recognize Pereira's unmatched ability, the controversy shows that public perception can change quickly when actions cross the line between training and recklessness. Alex Pereira's knockout video has sparked a broader conversation about sparring culture, respect for partners, and how social media amplifies every moment inside the gym. Move on to another news. Arman reveals he knew about UFC's plans 4 months ago, and he isn't surprised he didn't receive the title shot. Speaking to Brad Okamoto of ESPN MMA, Arman explained that the UFC told him months in advance that they plan to give Paddy Pimblett the title opportunity because it's a bigger money fight than him versus ILIA or Justin Gaethje. Arman said, "I already knew Paddy was going to fight ILIA Topuria in January, but I didn't know they were going to do the interim title versus Gaethje and Ped. They already set up all things. ILIA didn't fight, and I think this is UFC's game plan. It's not a family issue or something. They want to make Paddy Pimblett a star to fight for the title with ILIA, who has a bigger name, and make a big fight. Managers already know they want to make that fight happen. I already knew that 4 or 5 months ago. They told me it was going to happen. Be ready. They know I could beat everybody. That's why they didn't give me the title fight." Despite being passed over, Arman remains confident that he will eventually face ILIA Topuria. If he's not going to retire, that fight is going to happen for sure. "My goal is to beat him as well," Arman said, showing his focus and determination. He also addressed the slap incident, saying that ILIA just made himself look like a guy. He shouldn't have done that because it reflects badly on him, not on me. Everybody is laughing at him. Arman didn't stop there. He offered to help Justin Gaethje prepare for his fight with Paddy Pimblett. "Justin, if you need the help, let me know. I'll fly to you and help you. I want him to win, and that guy, I hate him. But I hope Justin won't drink, that he will train, dedicate himself, and stay focused. It's his last chance in this opportunity," Arman added, showing both his respect for competition and his willingness to support fighters he believes in. This insight from Arman highlights the strategic nature of UFC matchmaking, where business considerations and star power sometimes outweigh immediate merit. Despite being overlooked for the title shot, Arman's confidence, focus, and readiness to face top competition show his commitment to earning every opportunity through performance. His comments also underline the intensity of the MMA world, where respect, preparation, and staying disciplined remain the keys to success, and where even missed opportunities can fuel a fighter's drive to achieve greatness.